Hello everyone, today I wanted to talk about the characteristic trait of a narcissist, which is to exploit people for their own gains. To explain how people do get tricked and fooled by them so easily. And it's a very difficult subject because when you've been in that situation, it can hurt our pride, it can hurt our ego, and this is because they take away, they steal from us who we are. They break down our boundaries, and they take our self-respect, they take our confidence within ourselves and our own abilities, so that we can end up feeling daft, we can end up feeling stupid when we are not the ones that are at fault here. The saying, you attract what you are, I find most dangerous, because yes, if you attract kind, authentic people who are like yourself, then yes, you attract who you are. But you can also attract someone who wants what you have. And this is exactly what narcissistic people do. They are a con artist. They make you believe something that is false. And they are very, very, very skilled at doing this. Yes, it's easy to spot once you know what you're looking for, but when you go on your own beliefs, when you go on your own values, when you go on your own morals, when you go about day-to-day life based on who you are, your expectations of other people are based on who you are as a person, not on who they can be. So when you don't realise that people like this exist, it's easy to get fooled and tricked and drawn in by them because of their mannerisms, because of their ways, because of how they play the game so well when we don't know what we're looking for. So they do things like mirror us in the future. They gather data on us, they gather information about us. They will ask questions about us. They will really interested in the conversations they are having with us, because they are collecting all that data in their minds to use against us further down the line. They are understanding all our weaknesses so that they can invalidate us in the devaluation stage and pick us apart bit by bit. They are listening to all our hopes, all our dreams, all our desires, so that they can match them and they can mirror them and they can sell them to us to trick us into believing something that will never be. They exploit with everything they do, and even if it's your parents, they will be there for when you're achieving something with the grand act of what an amazing parent they are in front of other people. Yet that reality is completely different in the house, and it's very difficult to see because you don't know any different. They are the masters of manipulation. Like any job, any skill set, it takes years to practice and learn so that you can get good at it. And narcissistic people practice and learn what works and what doesn't work on different people. They use people for their own gains, and they use the fake promises to get what they can out of people, yet delivering very little in return, to distract people from what's happening in the present by promising them those things of the future that they just don't deliver. They raise people up so high to drop them so low, yet when they do drop them so low, they blame the person for why they're feeling low. It's nothing to do with me, that's your problem, you need to deal with that. So you don't question their behaviour, you question your own, because you can take responsibility for your actions, because you don't think people like this exist. You question yourself and what you've been doing wrong, rather than what they're actually doing to cause you to feel how you're feeling. They use any situation to their advantage to exploit people. So if they're cheating on you, they will discuss how someone at work or someone across the street or someone's cousin is doing something to them to distract you from what they're doing. But also they are gathering the data on how you would respond so that if you find out, they can use that data against you to manipulate and exploit you some more. They use coercive control, so they exhaust you, and it's like that. The mobile phone, when it's drained, it doesn't work to its full capacity, and it can switch off at any moment. When they exhaust you, it switches you off, so you're not awake enough, you're not aware enough to see what games they are playing, and you go more for the easy life, the easy explanation. And your mind's very good at trying to protect you from the pain, not realising that it's putting you in the pain, because they are the ones that are exploiting you. They will monitor your every move, so you end up walking on eggshells, and you're very wary of what you can and cannot do. They will cause arguments before you go out to put that fear into you, so that you no longer go out, because you don't want to upset them. When it's not about upsetting them, it's about them controlling you. They will take down your boundaries with things like triangulation. So and so would do it, or they will just prod and poke and push and guilt trip you to get you to do something that you wouldn't normally do. They will play on your guilt, they will play on your empathy to take down your boundaries. And once they've got one, they will come after more and more and more. And each time, it takes a piece away from who you are as a person, which is why when we do find out what they've been up to, it does hurt our pride, because it hurts, it causes pain. Those emotions that are disguised by pride and ego and things like that, it's the pain that someone else has caused by exploiting us for who we are. They invalidate us at every turn, like the idolization stage. They'll be with us all the time. They will raise us so high. They will sell us those dreams. They will be the perfect person. And because we don't believe that manipulators exist into the extent that they do exist, we buy into that, because we believe they're coming from a place of a good heart, a place that we're coming from, that genuine nature. And then when they devalue us, when they are causing that sleep deprivation, when they are financially abusing, when they isolate, they isolate from friends and family, but they also isolate from financial resources. So not only are they exploiting by taking and using your money or stopping you from working, and they don't just straight out and say, look, you're not going to work and I'm not going to give you enough money, because you'd be like, okay, then bye. They don't do that. What they do is they say, wouldn't it be amazing if we lived here by the beach with no one around to annoy us, and we could, and it's in that idolization stage when things are going well, so you're all loved up, and it's, oh, those dreams of the future that would be so nice. It all sounds, they are selling to you. They sell to you what you would like to hear. And when you're with somebody who wants similar sorts of things, great. When you're with somebody who wants to steal from you what you are, not so great. It's a bit like the algorithms on social media these days. You look at one thing that knows what you like. It knows exactly what you like and what you want. And then when you go off the page you were looking on and onto another page, the advert pops up at the side of what you were just looking at. And it's like, oh, I was just looking at that. Or something to do with your thoughts or feelings, that'll just pop up, and it's like, oh, I was just Googling something to do with that. And it knows what you want. And this is well and good, because a bit like purchasing a mobile phone, they will advertise the phones to you, and we have to pay for those phones. There is people out there designing them, there's people out there working on creating them, there's people out there building them, there's people out there advertising them, and it all takes time and money. And then we see them enough times and we think, oh, we'd like that phone, and we work doing what we enjoy doing to earn money, to pay for the things that we would like, to reward their efforts at building and making and creating and designing a phone and advertising and selling to us. We go and do a job that we like so that we can go and pay for it. With a narcissist, they do the bare minimum of what they have to do so that they can take what they want from people without having to give anything back in return, but they do it in such manipulative ways. We don't see how they do it. Even though their actions don't always match their words, it's hard to see because of the words they use, because of their gaslighting, because they turn around and say, I never said that. Instead of standing your ground and going, yeah, you did say that. We go, oh, did they? Did that? I'm sure they did. They must have done. Maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe it's, oh. And we end up in that mindset of not being sure who we are, which is why we lose our confidence in our abilities, in our thought process, in other people. They exploit our trust in nature, and they take that away from us. And that's something that we have to get back by learning to listen to our emotions, listening to our instincts, listening to who we are as a person. And if something doesn't sit right with us, it does not sit right with us. We don't need an explanation from everybody. We just need an explanation from within ourselves. If you do find the information on this channel helpful, please hit the subscribe button because it helps raise awareness. If you've got any other advice, please add that into the comments, as that also helps those scrolling through. It is about building a community of people to raise awareness of what is actually happening in society, so that people don't get taken advantage of just because of their kind nature. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a lovely day.